The best business advice I ever had came from my grandfather, who was a very successful entrepreneur, and he always said that if you do well by 100 people, maybe one person will find out, but if you do wrong by one person, 100 could find out. And I think if you live your life that way and you run your business that way, you're very likely to be successful.
My best business advice to be 100% passionate about what you all believe in, and give 100% of hard work and then 100% gumption into your desires and goals. So I think one of the things that one of the advice that I was given early on was to always set my expectation extremely high. If you fall short of the moon, you'll still probably land amongst the stars.
My best business advice would be to learn about emotional intelligence, where you understand yourself, you understand your feelings and how they impact others, how that affects how you communicate with others, and how you can understand how others communicate.
One of the things that motivates me to be successful being growing up in Hartford is seeing how many young African-American males actually end up in prison. So one of the things that motivated me during this process is that I wanted to break those statistics and become a success of my environment. So one of the things that motivates me serving so many kids within the city of Hartford, all the way up to Bridgeport through Boys and Girls Clubs, is that I want to be a living inspiration for a lot of young men, young ladies, and also my community at large.
As a public educator, I work in the school system with children, so I'm optimistic about the future of our region because of the children that we work with every single day. And the kids in our region are second to none, kids who are full of future and full of promise, and certainly the next leaders of our society. And when we look at their faces, we look at their eyes and look at their learning, it really makes us realize what we're doing and what we're all about.
I'm optimistic about the future of our region because we have great community partners here in this region. We have a lot of people and a lot of agencies who are looking out for not only what's going on now, but for the best for our future. So that makes me excited.
I am a lawyer, so professionally I get a lot of new ideas or inspiration from my colleagues, also from my clients, but I think most particularly my colleagues. It's fun to work at a place where there are some really creative minds going on, anticipating new challenges and building on that. Personally, I get a lot of new ideas or inspiration from some of my more creative friends. As I said, I'm a lawyer, so I'm not that creative. And being around people who have turned themselves into musicians, or who work in graphic design, or who just work with groups that are very artistic is a real inspiration to me.
So what motivates me to be successful is the young people that we work with every day. As a former youth that was in DCYS care and foster care, I knew the types of services that would be beneficial to me. So when I created the First Step Foundation, I knew what would be beneficial to the young people that we serve each and every day. So anytime that I see them smiling, I hear their stories, I know that we're making a difference, and that's the thing that motivates me each and every day we do our work.